Sway.
In the morning.
Shake it. Wake your punk ass up. That crust out, y'all.
Those honest, impactful, powerful voices in the culture has just walked in the room.
True.
One of the most attractive.
Oh, that's not for me to say.
Oh, well, no, yeah, that's why I said it for you. I got it.
Okay. I mean, he smells good. I'll give you that. You ain't gonna say you fine, man.
So before we start this, I got
Wait, hold up. David Banner is here.
Yeah.
Banner, what up?
Phone lines are open.
What's happening?
888-742-3345. Go for it.
So, I can go for it. So, I came yesterday. I had a whole package of stuff for everybody that I was gonna see, but the Atlanta airport was packed. There was no parking, so I almost missed the plane up here. Then coming up here, they made us. We stayed in the air for 30, 40 minutes. I don't know what was going on with and then we had to go to Baltimore to get fuel and come back. So I had to leave my bags in Atlanta, but I kept this one thing. So I had something for everybody. So don't be mad at me, y'all.
Don't worry about that.
That's for you.
Man, he handed me the God box.
Ooh, not Pandora's
I got the God box. This is the Holy Grail. Like, remember Pulp Fiction when they opened up the treasure chest and all you saw was the glow?
I need you to open it. I need you to open it for the people.
Man,
it's in the front.
The God box.
Yeah.
That looks fly.
Indiana Jones, you don't want to open the God box.
Or like Jumanji.
Let me open it like this. All right. Look at that.
Okay.
Very nice.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. So go pull everything out. I want everybody to see what's in there.
Okay, hold on. Let me move this
I got you. I hold it.
Hold that down. All right, well, first of all, it's a first and foremost thank you. Thank you for your unwavering support over this year. Most importantly, thank you for allowing me to grow as an artist and as a man. During this period of growth, I've become aware of a profound truth. This truth has changed my life. It holds a powerful message of agency and empowerment that transcends time, place, race, and religion. It is this truth that fueled my transformation and served as the foundation for the God Box Lecture Tour. During my nationwide tour, I shared this life-altering message with our people, and then it goes on to say more. David Banner.
Go ahead, pull it out.
I'm pulling out.
Yeah, you fit outside. You'll get to that.
Okay. That's the album.
Get to the good shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
Basically.
Black and gold confetti right
I like
there.
that.
I know it's symbolic of something.
Yeah.
Black people are gold.
Yeah.
Right.
You help me with that. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, go ahead.
Like us precious minerals we are.
I'm going to help him. I'm going to help. Come on.
Okay, and then I got the T-shirt right here.
Yeah.
The God Box
Stickers.
T-shirt.
The patches.
with the T-shirt.
All right, well, come on. Keep going.
Okay, and I got the...
This is the most important part.
Okay,
Ooh.
Flag?
hold the box for me.
Pull it out.
Hold
Yeah.
the box for me, man. Hold up.
Dun.
Turn it the other way.
Come on, presentations, everything.
Don't disrespect the flag, Sway.
Oh, wow.
So I made our generation the flag. I believe that, I took the foundation of the Black Liberation flag.
Yes.
And then, I saw we like to shine a little bit. So I,
Little swag sauce.
a little bit, I splayed a little bit on it. And, I made one for our generation. So come on, we got some more stuff.
Okay.
We got you the screwed and chopped version.
Okay.
We got you Before the Box mixtape, the one that all hip hop said was one of the best mixtapes.
Okay.
We got Hidden Color 3 for you,
Okay.
so we can give the people some history.
Oh, wow.
We got Black Friday for economics.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the book from the Broader Files. This is the book that put me on the level of consciousness that I'm on right now. And what a lot of people don't know is that my album is an art exhibit.
Yeah.
So every song on the album has a cover to represent what the album means. So this is
awesome,
this
man.
is the God Box that the fans are going crazy over. Like, I can't keep them in the office. And what I said that I wanted to do, I honestly believe, and a lot of people have been saying that the God Box is one of the best albums ever, but I'm actually more proud of this box that I put together, because if people use the components that's in the box, it can really truly help change their life. Because think about this. If that book by itself put me where I am, imagine if I was able to get all of this stuff at one time.
Right.
So like this is what I've been most proud of in my whole entire career, because it actually is changing people's life. So
Read this book.
yeah.
The Broader File.
So people are getting it. So if y'all out there want one, you can email bringdavidbanner2speak@gmail.com. That's bringdavidbanner2speak@gmail.com. And we cannot keep these boxes in our office,
That's
brother.
dope
it's been amazing.
I collect vinyl and it's like having something physical that you can collect or even like a limited edition version. Something that gives people an added incentive on top of the music being good. It's something that you can only get in one certain place. You know what I mean? And like I would like one. Could you sign it for me?
let me tell you something else that's dope about this box. Let me before you break it.
Can you buy these?
Yes, you can.
That's how you could get one.
Yeah.
He didn't hear what I said.
Yeah, you can bring it.
Could you sign it for me?
Yeah. Actually, I usually always sign it, but we was rushing, so and I'm gonna sign his. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell y'all something else that I do that's really, really dope. And a lot of people don't know this. Girls always talk about how good I smell, right? So I collect these two different colognes that I use and that women really love. So I went and took it and I spray it inside of each box.
Oh, you so sexy.
So like people freaking out, like the girls would get the box and be like, oh. but one of the thing that I am most proud of.
The girls you did got that deep of a voice?
Yeah. Shit, it don't matter as long as we know they got the right parts. We good. I mow down some sinners in the WNBA. It's all good. But the thing is, I still ain't changed, love. I'm still the same person. Don't worry about it. So the cool thing about it is, and I'm serious about this, is that once I reached a level of consciousness, one of my friends said one of the reasons why we have such a hard time in America as melanated people is because we don't have a nation to protect us. Any other people, like if something happens to them their country can come and assist them. So they're proud of their flag. They fall up under a flag in the UN. So I was like, man, our generation don't have a flag. Our people don't have a flag. And my dad told me something. He said, son, it doesn't matter what people think about you in 3 or 30 years. It's what they'll think about you in 300 years, if they'll think about you at all. So if I'm able to help create some type of synergy for our people and with our people and give something, imagine if our people decide to catch on to this flag and they allow it to represent them 300 years later, that we all had a part of that, whether it was small or big. That's something that transcends.
That's
music.
amazing right there, man. And that's what took you time to put all of this together.
Yeah, it took me 6 years.
6 years to put it, but we've been talking throughout the whole process. And it wasn't, I'm sure it didn't turn out the way you first imagined it. It sounded like things start adding.
It turned out 10 times better.
Better, right?
Yeah, it turned out 10 times better. When we dropped the God Box 3 weeks ago, we had the #1 album on iTunes with no radio single. Yeah. And I'm going to tell y'all a secret. What people forget is I make hit records for a living. Yeah. From Maroon 5 to Chris Brown to Wayne to T.I. to what's the guy that produced Michael Jackson? Oh, Quincy Jones, by the way, I have produced.
Damn, did he do that?
You know,
He asked and answered his own question.
It was rhetorical. Wow. But the point is, I know how to make hit records. Yeah. Well, but I said I wanted to go back and start all the way over again and build a foundation, because it was a cat from New York told me something, man, and I never thought about. He was like, David Banner, you had one of the most when he said when you first came out, you had one of the most organic, deadhead like hip hop movement. Like you didn't have nobody co-signed you. You came from out of nowhere. Like this. He was a reporter. He said I was in Mississippi in the back of a church, and they was bumping David Banner, and I was like, hold on. That's a lot of cussing to be in the back of a church. But we see the lights, and we want to shine. We want to get in front of the cars, and then we end up losing the people who don't have anything that you represent. So I said I wanted to go back and do it, and it has been the best feeling. Y'all, when I was in the airport running to try to get here, I was running, and I literally felt like Rocky. They was like, peace, brother.
They were just giving you that.
Like, man, go ahead, Dave Banner. And it's funny, the ladies, I'm sitting in first class, and the stewardess is like, hold on, wait. But I'm telling this for a reason. The stewardess is like, here, David Banner, here's some extra Hennessy. Stick it to the man.
Oh,
and I was like, but I'm in first class. I get it for free anyway. She said, that's all right. Take some more.
Wow. Did you bring any with you?
Right.
No. Okay, good.
No.
Good.
I drunk it last night, brother.
All right. Well, I want to get into the music. Okay. And I think you put together an amazing project. True to what you're saying, the music is incredible. Yeah. You mentioned somebody down south said that you talked to a legend down south that said, this is one of the best albums hip hop has ever got. They're not gonna give you anything though. Yeah. Can you tell us who that legend was?
Well, can I say something before that?
Yes.
There's a song on the album, which is the first song. And believe it or not, that song, we made that song because of you or because of this show.
Okay.
Magnolia with CeeLo Green.
Yes.
I don't know if people remember this. CeeLo kicked one of the dopest freestyles I've ever heard in my whole entire life. I don't care who you like. And I saw it. And I was like, what? You remember the one when he broke down?
I know.
He literally broke down the existence of white people.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, bro, can I have that verse? I asked him if I could have the verse. And initially he said yes. He's like, yeah, Dave Banner, I can do that. And then I don't know, I guess he went and meditated and decided not to do that. He was like, well, David Banner, I have something better for you, brother. And I was like, I don't know if it could get better than that.
He did that on the Wake Up Show with me and King Tech.
And literally, he came with it, and we ended up doing Magnolia because I wanted that verse. I was like, is that on anybody's album? He was like, actually, brother, that was a poem that I wrote.
Yeah.
And we ended up making Magnolia because
that
of
verse
that
he
verse.
kicked on our show.
Yeah.
Man, that's love, man. I appreciate that, man. So let's play Magnolia, and I want to come back and talk about some of these lyrics.
Okay, bet.
All right, David Banner is here, man. This album's incredible. If you haven't picked up the God Box, here's Magnolia featuring CeeLo Green and Raheem Devine.
Oh, God.
Original people, skin blackened from the sun. But somewhere along the line, I broke the laws of the divine, and a curse placed on the soul of mine. Pale became the color of my face, feeling out of place amongst the people of my race. Filled with hate, I moved to a colder climate. Intercourse with animals and raw flesh was AIDS. Filth and disease, sub-zero degrees. But Satan's blood in my veins didn't freeze. This hatred that I have for you, it runs deeper than your skin. I hate the one who put me in this position that I'm in. Until I realize the powers of evil. Anything I have to do, I will. I still kill and destroy. Went home to Africa looking for slaves to employ. Blue eyes, lies, and a smile was my only decoy. Snatch you up from your roots. What good is a spirit when I have this new invention that shoots? Brought you here, then deceived you. I change and rearrange everything that you have ever believed true. My soul is cold as ice is. I sold you for prices. You were hung from trees for sacrifices. But through the blood, sweat, tears, and pain, God's spirit and y'all still remain. Which is actually more than I got. But I have a mansion and a yacht. The plot is making you think that it's about what it's not. With precision, I tell you lies through television. Distort your religion, wrap you up in materialism. How could you kill your own? Don't you see? You're learning to act just like me. But be more aware that the truth is there. I tell you all the time, but you don't care. But not all of you. There are a few that get into themselves and books on shelves and learn something new. And once they know, they become so powerful. But many don't have the means nor the inspiration to go to school, and I know they hate it. But you can't get a decent job unless you're properly educated. But educated about what? It seems to me that thus far, you've only learned about who we are. Isn't that funny? You'll give a school all your money for what you think you need, but it's never guaranteed. The misled mislead you. Your faith has been broken, provoking you to do whatever will feed you. Well, I front you some cooked cocaine in plain plastic sacks to sell to your fellow blacks. And while the foundation of your people cracks, you try to resist, but I won't stop until you
I just realized something. Hold on, you gotta stop.
CeeLo on the Wake Up Show. Shout out to King Tech.
He started talking from the perspective of black men.
Yeah.
Then he changed over to white folks talking to black.
Come on, man.
I didn't even notice that. And that's how Magnolia, the song, started.
Wow.
Because of that verse. And I literally wasn't going to be on the song. I was just going to let him, I was going to do another beat and let him do that and just let him start the album by himself.
Let's talk lyrics real quick, man, because we only got so much time.
I don't get it. What exactly don't you get?
Breaking down the lyrics you may not understand.
What the hell did you just say?
It's the Lyrical Breakdown.
I can break it down like whatever you want.
On Sway in the Morning.
This album, if I was to make an album, this would be the album I would want to make.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
This album defines a lot of our perspectives from when I was a youth to now. You're saying things I haven't thought or said in a long time, and things I haven't thought thoroughly through.
Right.
You got a lot of real bold lyrics in these songs, but they're all based on fact and truth. I want to start with some lyrics. Okay?
Which are in this right here that you can get.
Yeah, the God Box. Lord, don't take my heart. Lord, don't take my soul. Lord, don't let them take hip-hop like they took rock and roll.
Please, apples.
It's just a store.
We riding to the core.
Hey, what are you rapping for?
If you don't look like Macklemore.
They don't need you.
They don't need me. Don't see you on MTV.
Michael Jackson turned back black.
And then they killed him and dropped his CD.
Something's missing. Something's missing. And you can't tell me different.
White folks own black entertainment television. That's why.
Is that how you...
Oh, yeah, that's how I feel. And what's bad about it is then they turn around and they press other people harder. And I named the album Elvis because a lot of people don't know. Even like You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. That came from a black rock and roll woman. It was a woman's song that Elvis literally took. And then Elvis would turn around and tell you who his favorite artists are, and that his favorite artists would then have to be better than him, but they put more money behind them. You know what I'm saying? And the sad thing, in order for you to be so-called pop, in order for you to be so-called pop and black, you have to have conquered the urban area and still keep, because I remember when Play was #1, I was like, okay, well, it's time to go pop now.
Yeah.
And it was like, but you're falling on the urban charts. It's impossible for you to play something for a whole year, and the fact that it even sustained for a year. But white people are pop as soon as they make a song just because they're white, and then they can come on our radio stations like it's nothing. You know, it's supposed to be a blessing. So for me, our culture has been taken, and nobody seems to be saying anything about it. And for a lot of black people, just for white people to listen to you, we think that it's a blessing. I'm going to tell you something. With this album, I made this album, and I hope everybody gets it. Going by the God Box right now. But I made this album for our people, and I made it to allow our people to have some aspect to listen to, something to respect, something to love. And like I was telling you, the fact that 60% of this was made from the art. You know, when I did this cover, I thought about Apple. I wanted to compete with Apple. I wanted everything to be clean. I wanted to look good. I spent extra on the flag. Most flags are only printed on the front. I printed on both sides so people would know, you know, because a lot of people don't. I told you this last time. Most black people don't like being black. We've been so socialized that we believe when something is black is low quality.
Like hair.
Every lyric on this, like literally, every lyric, we went through every bar.
Yeah.
So whether somebody would say that they may not like David Banner, you can't say that the lyrics are not dope, and you damn sure can't say that the beats are not dope. Even in my Uzi, bro, that's a real fucking symphony orchestra at the end.
Yeah.
Like that's a real oboe. That's a real, like we did this shit. And so I wanted to make sure everything on here was quality.
I want to go back to some of these bars.
Come on, let's go.
Okay. Dear Lord, I hope we make it back. They stole our culture, and I don't know how to take it back. They are slowly infiltrating, Lord, and planning their attack. They call you nigga to your face, and then they dare you to say it back. Hey, white boy, let's make a track. White boy, let's make a track. Get them 808s and tattoos. I bet you think that it makes you black. Hey, white girl, let's make a track. White girl, let's make a track. Get them ass shots, twerk it hard. I bet you think it's black. These black guys, they grab guitars, and guess what? Now a player got John Mayer. They don't need that Cody Chestnut or that Lenny Kravitz or that Jimi Hendrix. Robin Thicke is Eddie Kendricks. Bad thing, you can tell the difference. You can't tell the difference. They push them harder. They sell them different.
That's what I just told y'all about. Sound just like Eddie Kendricks. And what's crazy is some people say, because I wrote this song a while back, and this really happened to me, y'all. I'm not joking. This happened to me about 6 years ago. I walked up in what, to me, the holy grail of hip-hop is Def Jam. To me, growing up in my generation. And I walked in Def Jam, and it wasn't but like one or two black people, black faces.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just like the average white boy that loved hip-hop with, you know, the college white boy with the hat who been down listening to the music.
He got the
since
right
he was
clothes
spoke.
on. He wearing the right jeans.
I'm talking about the accountant. Like, I walked in Def Jam, it wasn't no black folks working. Maybe one A&R, one or two A&R, and it broke my fucking heart. I'm serious. It almost brought tears to my fucking face. So, like, a lot of people say, well, why you didn't change out, Robin Thicke, because Robin Thicke may not be as popping as he was before. I said, don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same fucking shit. Like they say R&B is not selling, but Adele is not having a problem selling R&B. Justin Timberlake is not having a problem selling R&B. Most white rappers are not having a problem selling rap. So it's not the fact that it's selling, it's the fact that we don't buy it and we don't support it. And then as a platinum producer, like when I go to a lot of black artists, they trying to do EDM and so-called pop shit when white folks is doing soul music. And the thing that you can't deny now is that shit jamming.
Yeah, it's kind of hot.
But it's sort of not fair though, because I say this all the time. Timberland or Pharrell couldn't afford 10 Timberland or Pharrell tracks.
Yeah.
So like if you a white artist and you got 10 Timberland tracks, that shit just ain't fair. Like if Timberland had to pay for Timberland tracks, he couldn't do that.
He couldn't do it. David Banner is here. The God Box is the album. It's available now. We got 5 minutes. I'm going to move to another song.
Okay.
That song is called Elvis. The beat is ridiculous. It grabbed me, and I was hooked on it. I've heard it about 5 times. This other song, My.
Yeah.
It's a conversation that our community has been in conflict. Nobody's really giving me an answer that makes me comfortable with the word nigga.
I got one for you.
Using the word nigga. Hey, my nigga, why you call yourself that? Hey, my nigga, you supposed to be a god. Hey, my nigga, why you call yourself that? Hey, my nigga, you supposed to be a god. Verse 1, crackers called you nigga. We down on one knee. But G's look like you. G's look like me.
Jesus
looked like you.
Right.
Jesus looked like me. Michelangelo lied. Hit the 743.
Hold on. They gave you the wrong lyrics.
Okay. Let me read it from your thing.
Read it from mine.
Yeah.
That's again somebody's interpretation. Here you go. There you go.
Okay, hold on.
Right there. Wow.
Where you go?
You got it from the source.
Okay.
Hey.
Michelangelo lied. I'm here to set my folk free. I guess they had it half right in the shy. That's why we call ourselves G-O-D. Now we in Paris like my nigga. That's why they treat. That's why they beat your ass like a nigga.
Right.
Fuck Gucci, fuck Louis, until they come to my hood. Fuck Tom Ford, fuck Versace. Yes, I said it. I'm good.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on the word nigga?
Okay, this is my thought. There was a time in history when we didn't have a choice. See, white folks talk about the word nigga, but there was a time in history we didn't have a choice. That was such a painful word that there's something that's called the Stockholm Syndrome, where you end up falling in love, and because the pain is so deep that you have to adjust to that pain. So black folks took the word nigga and sort of took the pain out of it. But the sad part is we're not slaves anymore. I always tell people, gods create and slaves deal with it. You don't see Jewish people flipping the swastika because they know the pain. And in order for you to accept something, you got to first realize that it exists. Damn, I'm a nigga, but I'm gonna flip that shit. Ooh, I'm gonna take the Ku Klux Klan flag and I'm gonna put red, black, and green on it, and it's gonna make it all right. And then my grandma said, what if they take a black and white picture? It doesn't take away from the substance of the pain. You feel what I'm saying? But I want to say something really quick. So I said a couple days ago on the Ricky Smiley show because they asked me about, what was going on with all these white folks saying the word nigga. On the Sway show, let's because we got a whole bunch of do-boy ass niggas. And when I say the word nigga, I mean, there's nigga and bitches that exist out here, and you should call them as such. But it shouldn't be a descriptor of our people. It should be a descriptor of ignorant people of all colors.
Yes.
But for the white boys, this is what I think black folks should do. The word nigga is off the fucking table. If you say the word nigga in front of black folks, it is a term of war. So we have so many black folks that are giving white people passes. Who are you to believe that you have the power to speak for every black person? So we are clear. If you say it, you get your teeth fucking knocked out. Because if we agree on something as a people, then we won't have to worry about those gray, very
ambiguous,
right places that we put ourselves in, or uncomfortable places. And the thing that I always ask my white friends is like, what makes you want to say it? I'm gonna say this quick because I know we're going for time. There was this white dude one time. I asked him, I said, did you feel comfortable with saying the word nigga 10 years ago? And he said, no, David Banner. He said, but in front of you, I don't feel comfortable anyway. Yeah, you're fucking right. Yeah. But he said, in front of my other black friends, yeah, I do. I said, well, what does that mean? I said, well, why did you feel comfortable? Or you didn't feel comfortable 10 years ago. He said, because number one, I was scared that a black person was going to kick my teeth out. He said, number two, because I respected the history that black people have gone through as far as it pertains to that word. And I said, well, if you're comfortable with it now, what does it mean? He said, damn, David Banner, I either don't fear black people anymore or I don't respect them. So if you're black and your white friends are around you calling you a nigga, that's how they feel about you and your grandparents and their struggle.
That song is called A My. We're going to end the show with that one.
Can I have a request, please?
Yeah.
I got a request. Can we end the show with Who Want It? I want to end it with Who Want It.
Okay, Who Want It?
You broke that song.
Yeah.
You broke that. And I'm going to tell y'all what Sway did. Only Sway could get away with this. I sent Sway the song so he could listen to it, because we friends and everything offline. I said, hey, dog, check this shit out. I got what Black Thought. I didn't hear nothing back from him. Next thing I know, I have to go and call Black Thought and get the whole world ready. He done played the motherfucker 4 times. And everybody calling me. They're like, David Banner, David. And I literally had to put the song out the next day. I had to get my whole staff together. And we almost shot a video.
You should have. I would have been in it. My bad.
No, it's good. He put that up, and I'm talking about my phone started blowing the fuck up. It wasn't mixed and nothing. I was like, dog. That's dope. Go.
I just need to be in these positions to put my brothers in position.
And you did, bro.
Okay.
You put some heat on I had to go and catch the fucking song. We had to write up the bio and everything. I had to call Black Thought. Hey, dog, get on the radio for me. All right, Banner. So I appreciate it.
We just saw Black Thought yesterday just driving up the block too, man. You know what it is, man? I know your music. I know your talent. I know your accolades. Right. I know your vision. And as it evolves, I love it. Right. I love what you stand for. You're great for the culture, great for the community, great for our people. This project, the God Box, and get you a God Box. And if you want him to come to your town to speak to your community, you can do that as well. Yep. You can hit up David Banner directly, too.
Right, and bring David Banner. You can do it. You can email us at bringdavidbanner2speak@gmail.com. That's how you get us to speak, and that's how you get this box. And on Twitter, I'm David Banner. On Instagram, it's David Banner Likes Pictures. But more than anything, I want to say something to y'all before we play this song and I go. Serious as a whole, but especially you guys, when shit was rough for me and everybody has sort of walked away from me, y'all gave me a platform to speak. Again, I just have to get credit what credit due, is when you did our conversation, that's when I decided to be like, fuck it, I'm gonna be 100% conscious, fuck what anybody feel. Yeah. And we came on your show, and that's when we all went the fuck in and got like 1 million fucking views. Yeah. And then everybody, and then after that, Vlad hit me, after you hit me, then that did 5 million views, and like it got bigger. So like, y'all helped hold me up when I didn't have, I didn't have the opportunity, and people were sort of looking at me sideways. Now I barely call anybody. They call me. You know what I'm saying? Because for some reason, young kids listen to what I have to say. And I'm appreciative that you all looked out for me. That was the reason why it was so important for me to come back now. That shit is starting to pop. To thank you all and humbly say I really appreciate the opportunity for y'all to even allow me to speak.
We appreciate you saying that.
We do.
We appreciate you acknowledging that, thank man. And more success to you. Because your voice needs to be heard. Okay. And you know, if you send me something, it might get played. But
I
just got to tell me first.
No. I ain't telling you shit. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, bro.
There it is, man.
And it's good.
All right, great. We want to thank the young man Nasty C from Durban, Africa, for coming through this morning. Tomorrow's show, we got a great show. You'll know when you hear it. Heather B can be reached where?
At the happy hour, WHB.
Yo, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Citizens, at It's Tracy G.
It's really DB everywhere.
At DJ Wonder everywhere.
We want to thank Dr. Sarah for calling in for First Aid with Kelly Kincaid. You can reach her at Kelly Kincaid and really breaking down sickle cell disease and how it affects the black community and how it affects us as a whole. I'm at Real Sway across the board. Get the God Box. It's available now. Get the God Box. It's available now. This one is Who Want It. Watch the Duck, Black Thought, David Banner, Sway in the Morning. We have nothing left to say.
It's Sway in the Morning, only on Shade 45.